What's up guys? This video is my journey through building my first mini ramp. I've always wanted to have a mini ramp in my backyard, and last year I saw the lumber prices going up and I said, you know what, if I'm gonna build it, I'm gonna build it now. So I said, screw it. I went online, I tried to find as many tutorials as I could and all the materials that I could find locally, and I went for it, and this is how it went. Shout out to my dad and my girlfriend, they helped me through the whole thing. I'll leave the links to all the tutorials and guides I used along with where I bought the materials in the description box below. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope this video will inspire you to build your first mini ramp. What's up guys? Today is the day. Some would say that my entire life has amounted up to this moment right now. The wood is here. Let's build a ramp. So all the wood here I had ordered from Home Depot and got it delivered. It was only about $70 to get it delivered, so that definitely saved me a lot of time. Alright, so I moved all the plywood over inside my fence, and now I'm gonna get some water sealant on it. Even though it's pressure treated wood, I figure, what's another 60 bucks, might as well, so. So one thing I will note about this sealant is if you are planning on skating the ramp purely on the plywood, not using any surfacing like Gatorskins, I would recommend against using this because it does make the wood very slippery. I would recommend using skate paint or some other sort of paint like that. So realistically I should probably be laying all these out and giving them space to dry, but they're just too heavy and I don't feel like doing that, so that's better than nothing, right? Alright, so it's been a couple days. I did get the sealant on the wood, but then it ended up raining nonstop for like 4 days, so I did lose a couple plies. Even though it's pressure treated, it's still split a little bit, so I don't know. I ordered a couple more sheets and they're supposed to come in tomorrow. Got my dad here. What's up, Dad? Say what's up, Dad.
Hey, what's up, Dad?
Anyways, we're doing the most boring part of the build, which is leveling the ground. Awful stuff, super boring, so I'll probably just time lapse it a little bit, but yeah, when we get done then we'll finally start cutting some wood, so. Hello, doll. Alright, so I have a general outline of where the ramp is going to go and semi-leveled, but what we wanted to do is take a break from that and go ahead and cut the transitions and get some of it together so we know where to put the blocks exactly. So what we have here is a little template of how we're going to cut the transition. So it's pretty simple. It's like a compass. I have it measured at 7 feet right here. So it's a 7 foot, so 7 foot transition, 7 foot radius as they call it. And got the pencil there. Screwed in. This is 2 sheets of plywood, so it's 8 feet total, but we have it at 7 feet total right there. And then we're just gonna swing it that way and create our arc.
The arc should look similar to this.
Is that what you got?
For an 8 foot section, it should look similar to that. I'm just saying it should, but
makes sense to me. Let's see how it goes. Set this down. Alright, so I have a faint line. You can see it kind of on camera. But anyway, so it goes. And that's our transition cut. And basically we're going to cut it out and then we're going to flip it over and we'll get 2 of them out of 1 sheet. Right? Is that the plan? That's the plan.
that's the plan. Get the fuzz off.
So we got this transition cut. shape is good. So now we just gotta lay it back down on the other half, and you can see we already traced it, and then we'll cut it and be the exact same size. All right, so we got all the transition sections cut. We're doing a 12-foot ramp, so we're doing an 8-foot section and a 4-foot section, and then we'll slap them together and it'll be 12. So we have them all cut, and I have 4 transition sections right here. I just got them clamped together, and I'm just gonna hit them with the sander so that they are all even, and then I'll do the same thing to this section right here. And then we'll probably put one together and see how it's fitting over there. And all of our 2x4s are different sizes. And they showed up like that. None of them are 8 feet, okay?
Come on.
All right, so it's the next day. We finished up yesterday putting together this first section of the transition. So now that we know that that all looks good, I'm gonna go ahead. I got all the rest of the transition pieces right here clamped together, sanded, they're all even, and I'm gonna go ahead and put on some of this little bit of like caulking sealant on there, kind of brush it on, and then I'll do that to this one too. And then we have our rails over here. They got a little bit rusty sitting out, which we knew was gonna happen, but it's all good. We have this rust away stuff we're gonna put on it. It's called OSFO, and it should get rid of the rust and then make it not rust anymore. So that's where we're at, and we're hard at work. All right, so the most meticulous part, I would say, is done. So let me show you how we did it. So basically, we ran a string at 4 corners, leveled the string, and then just ran the bricks, or the pavers, so that they were all even, and then did it all across as well. So we're all done with that. We're gonna clean it up and then start putting together this. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you might want to mention that the blocks are spaced so that when the ramp's set on, it's set on the middle of the blocks.
Right.
So you got room to play with it.
Yeah, 8 foot or 4 feet across on center.
Right, on center.
On center, yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
And that's where we're at with it. So we're gonna start putting it together, I guess. Right?
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
All right, let's do it.
Let's get it up.
What's up, man? All right, so what exactly is this stuff and what does it do?
It's OSPO. It's like OSPHO.
Okay.
It's an acid and it stabilizes the iron.
It's like ospheric acid, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gets rid of the rust.
Kills the rust.
If you notice, it's a coating on top of the rust that'll turn the pipe black.
Nice. Yeah, so we're just gonna get, what do we do, one coat?
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
One coat usually should be enough. Okay. Now, what I would do with the way we're doing it right now is just do this whole side, let it dry, and then flip it over and do the other side.
Okay, cool. How long does it take to dry?
I don't have a clue.
All right. So that's what we're doing, yeah, because these rails are kind of rusty, and we don't want them to keep rusting when they get rained on.
Yeah, and this will help protect them a little bit.
Cool.
All right?
Cool, got it.
All right, so we have all the transitions cut, and we basically have almost the whole thing braced. So have bracing going here. It's double braced here because the sheet of plywood's gonna go down and it's gonna end right here, and then so we'll screw it in right there, and then the next sheet will start right there, and then we'll go all the way down. And what he's doing right now is we have all the bracing for the 8-foot section done, so we're just copying it down onto the 4-foot section. So the 4s should go really quick, and then we're gonna start sheeting it. Right? It's coming together good.
Yeah.
It's looking real good. Got our notches cut where our pipe's gonna sit.
Are you being a good supervisor? How do you think it looks, Ned? How are you thinking it looks?
All right, here we are, day 6 or 7, I can't remember anymore. I lost track, but so we have the whole thing ribbed out, ready to go, almost ready to sheet it. We'll go ahead and get some bracing up here, and we're gonna do some down here, of course, strengthen it a little bit more. And then we just gotta get the 4-foot section and the 8-foot section all screwed and fastened together, and then we're gonna start sheeting it. So that's where we're at with it right now. It's looking good though.
Is my line? I can't see my line over here in the front. Is that good?
Yeah. There you go. You good at this? Holding the camera?
Sure.
Dude, this thing feels like a gun.
It is. It's heavy. Try to keep it. Oops.
Gotta get like in here. Alright, ready?
Yeah, man.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Where it's supposed to be.
Here, you got it.
Oh, you want me to get it?
Yes, I can film it. All right.
didn't really get that tight yet, real tight. But
Okay, it'll go tighter? Yeah, it's gonna be solid.
But now you understand why I was putting this on there, so that when we get,
Yeah, we gotta put it on first so you know where to put the wood, right?
yeah, so we get it up as tight as possible.
Sweet!
Does that look better?
Yeah, it looks fire. It looks perfect. So we realized 3/4 inch plywood is extremely hard to bend for two people that don't weigh very much. I would have went with 3/8 inch, but I couldn't find any that was pressure treated, and I wanted to get pressure treated wood. So we're at the 3/4 inch. And what this guy, what this guy Albert Einstein together was
Come along.
this come along wench contraption. So we drilled a little hole into the wood and put that, what's that thing called?
An eyelet.
Put this eyelet that you can see completely bent, but it's okay. Pulled it down because we can't get clamps obviously on this side because it's butting up against that wood. But I've never seen anyone do it like this, but if you have just two people, limited amount of help, this way worked really well. So we just got to get some screws in it here, and we got the clamps over here. Seems to be working. We're getting there, but it's looking good. I'm surprised we got it to flex all that much, honestly, but that method worked really well, so good job.
Now, what part of no didn't you understand? Oh, come on, I can do it. Just give me a try.
Always going to start on the edge as our marks,
Right.
okay? And then likewise when we go over there for those two sheets, this edge is going to be on the outside edge. So when we put this in, put it in the middle.
Should line up with the screw marks that we already have. So basically how this works is he has it marked out, and it's 8 feet long, so he has it marked out.
The black mark is for the screws for the plywood, and the red marks are the screws for the surface.
Let me wait for the plane. So basically the purpose of this is so that we can mark where our screws are at, so we can use the same template again and then put the screws in for our surfacing, and we won't hit the screws underneath. That's the point.
That's the point.
Story
yeah.
stick.
Story stick, story of the
That's
stick, the legend of the stick.
So
I'm calm. You apply excessive force. I control that force through fluid motion.
All right, so we've been moving along with getting the transitions down, and we were doing the winch thing, it works. But my dad had another idea. We'll use the pipe that we're using for the coping, run it across and clamp it, and this seems to be working pretty well too, and it was pretty quick to set up, so. Are you proud?
What do you think of your idea that it's come to life?
Are you proud, sir?
oh,
Your
hey,
dream, his dream is now a reality.
If it works, that's all that matters to me. I don't care.
So yeah, there's two ways. So now I've shown you, the value in this video is insane. I've shown you two practical applications for bending 3/4 inch plywood. Or you could be smart and not buy 3/4 inch plywood if you only have 2 people and buy 3/8 inch because they do sell it. They just didn't have it in stock where I was. Anyways. All right, nearing completion. We got all of the plywood layers on. She's getting another final coat of the sealant on there. Wow, look at that technique. So much skill. We're supposed to get the Gatorskins surfacing in on Monday. It is Saturday today, so we're gonna just finish up doing this decking, which is the top, and then we'll be ready to put that on. This is how it's looking really sick.
Insert first clip of doing a trick here.
Yeah, here's a clip of my first shitty kickflip on this very plywood, not the smoothest ramp, but that's my excuse.
It's me picking up the camera because the day has finally come. The Gatorskins have freaking arrived on this huge truck.
I got my skins! I got my skins! You wanna come see my skins?
Let's see him. Well, let's wait for the guy to drive off.
I received my skins.
Look. Wow.
I didn't know they were gonna come like packaged like this. I thought it was just gonna be, I don't know what I thought, but I'm just gonna leave them. I'm not gonna move them. I'm just gonna
You're
leave
just gonna leave him right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I was gonna take it.
Okay, let's call Dad and tell him the news.
All right. Hey Dad, I wanted to call you and tell you I got the scans.
You did? All right. Are they all in good shape and everything?
Yeah, they're like packaged up like in a box, so I didn't open it. It's just in my driveway.
Oh, in a box. That's weird. Well, maybe not, but all right. No, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
great. So,
So?
plan on tomorrow morning or whenever.
Yeah, bright and early tomorrow as long as it's not raining.
Yeah, well, give me a call when you're up and ready to go. I'll be there.
All right, I'll call you tomorrow. That sounds good.
All right, buddy.
All right. So we're out here, about to start putting the Gatorskins on. Oh, well, my hair is looking crazy. Anyways, so I had a question. All right, so we're marking these. We have the story sticks down, marking where the screws are so we don't hit them with the Gatorskins. And my dad, he wanted to keep track of which stick this was by putting an E. Hold on, there's a plane. Very cool. Anyways, he put an E on it for east. So Dad, if that one's east, which one would this be?
That'd be west.
So this is so what would this be called?
That'd be
This would be the,
left, west.
so you could call this the West Side Story stick? You made it up, not me. Well, this looks crazy.
And when we're facing west, it'll be on our left.
All right, left, right, West Side Story stick. Never ending story stick.
We're gonna need.
You ready to finish this thing yet?
No, we're done. I'm done. Let's go.
Let it ride out.
All right, so we're about to put down the 4th sheet. So the way that we're doing this is you want to lay the surfacing down Gatorskins down, skate light, whatever you're using, over top of the other seams. So you can see how we have a seam right here. We lay the sheet down on top of that seam so it kind of covers it up, strengthens it, and then it kind of covers up any imperfections you might have had in your transition. Our transition's pretty decent, but since it was 3/4 inch and the bend is kind of tight, we do have some like not perfect banks, but it's still gonna work out, and I already rolled on it and it feels really good. So that's the way it's looking. Hopefully be able to get the flat in today along with that, the edges, hopefully finish the whole thing, but we'll see. Okay, also when you put these in, they advise that you have a gap in all of your wood. So what we did is we just put a little picture hanging nail, just a really skinny nail up here at the top so that they don't hit each other and end up buckling, and yeah, when your wheels hit it, it'll be seamless still. So that's how it's looking. We just got 4th panel on, getting there. All right, so my camera died when we were finishing off the surfacing, if you want to give a little bit of a show on it, but I had to wait and let it charge so I can film this glorious moment. Dad, Father, would you like to do the honors?
Oh, which honors?
The honors of standing next to me while I do the actual honors?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's the screwing ceremony.
Come on,
I'd love to.
get over here, you
Okay.
darn tooth. All right,
Let me
here it
help
is.
you.
The last screw of the ramp, minus the top part, but we're not gonna talk about that. Just this part right here, right?
Last one.
Support me. Oh, there it is. It's done. So
Congratulations.
now, next work day, we should have the whole thing done. What's that?
Did you get him and the screw going in?
Did you see that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, right? First
So
try.
we can do a retake. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, let's try it one more time. Anyways,
And
go ahead.
there it
There
is.
Wow.
Wow.
Good job. Especially to me.
Any final words
No, I'll see
on
you
this
tomorrow
day? See you tomorrow.
We're finishing it. All we have left to do is we have both the, what do we call that? The deck. We have both the decks done. We just have to put the surfacing on it, and then we're completely done.
Let's
You're
see you
gonna
slide.
And this is the only way I can use this thing.
You almost ramped up, hit the roof of the house.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Okay, so we're on the home stretch now. All we have to do is put the Gatorskin surfacing on the deck. As you can see, we have these 3 pieces cut perfectly for this side, and we just have to piece together the rest with what we have left. So that's what we're doing right now, and then the ramp should be completely done today. Crazy to say that. So the ramp's been done for a couple weeks now. It was the holiday season and stuff, so I was pretty busy and I haven't got a chance to put the finishing stuff on it. So I'll show you what we're doing. been skating it for a couple weeks now. It feels really good. All we have to do is we're painting the side of this black so that it just looks clean, and then we're putting some of this lattice on the back of it to kind of give it like a gate looking vibe, so it looks, you know, more like a deck type / ramp. So yeah, that's what we're doing today, and then we'll be officially completely done and I can take all my good photos of it. So that's what we're finishing up. And oh yeah, another thing I want to talk about. So on the ramp right here, like I said, I've been skating it for a couple weeks now, and it's good. When we were building it, you remember I discussed talking about gapping the wood out, and certain parts that we had gapped out, things shifted a little bit and ended up pinching a little more than it should be pinching. And what that caused is, it rained yesterday, and you can see the parts that are gapped out right here completely dry, but some of the parts where it's a little too tight on the panels, it's not drying. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a circular saw and just cut straight down the center to create a little, what's the thickness of that blade? It's like 1/8 of an inch.
Even it's thinner than that.
Thinner than 1/8 of an inch gap.
It's like a 16th.
The 16th of an inch gap, which is perfect. So we're gonna try to see that, see if that helps fix that. But then we'll be completely done. So set this up, and I guess let's get started. That looks perfect. Good job. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. That's perfect size gap. Now, yeah. So let's keep going with that.
All right. No,
Wow, you cut it really straight.
hey.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions about any parts of the build or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment. I'll try to get back to everybody. And like I said, everything that I used, all the different resources that I can remember using, I will have down in the description box below.